No, it's so great to chat with you about the wonderful work you do as an incredible rugby player. What
Oh,
was
thank
it that
you.
inspired you to become a rugby player? Where was your first spark for this?
Um, well, the town I grew up in, Mishawaka, Indiana, there was a few Polynesian families, the Vakalahis, the Moalas. So they had a bunch of the sons playing rugby. Um, and I was friends with them outside of rugby, and they asked me to come play, and I was like, all right, fine. I wrestled and played football my whole life, all that stuff. So, played rugby, and it was like the most fun sport I've ever played. So I just didn't look back after that.
What was it about the Chicago Hounds then that you were like, yeah, sign me up. This sounds great.
Well, as I was saying to the before, it kind of wasn't like a thing that I had on my mind as I was getting into my rugby career. I was a big sevens guy, so like what's in the Olympics. I wanted like the Olympic goal so bad. I was with them while I was in college, so that was like the only thing on my eyes. And then when the Olympics came around, unfortunately, they brought some older guys back, and I didn't have room for me anymore. So they were like, "Why don't you join the MLR?" And I was like, "Ah, fine." And then I had a lot of connections in the MLR because of the Chicago Lions and like Dave Clancy, Matt Wagner, all these guys. And so like Chicago's my second home anyway. But so they had a team here, and they kind of like groomed me into the draft, and I got picked up with them. And it actually turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to me. Like I love it here so much, and some great opportunities to come out of it. Some great friends, everything.
Rugby is such a physical sport, and I know you've said you wrestled, you also talked about, football. How do you train your body in a different way than those two sports for rugby?
Well, there's a lot of crossover, actually, but um, I would say like the grappling part of wrestling helps a lot. Like we even do grappling drills, or we'll go to a um, like wrestling mats and hit each other on the mats and grapple and wrestle around just to get your shoulders and everything ready for the kind of hits we take. But there's not much that prepares you for 285 man running straight at you and having to put your shoulders into them. You kind of just gotta bite down your mouth guard and get into it. So that a lot of it's mental at the end of the day.
Well, there's no padding involved whatsoever. Maybe some shin guards, possibly.
No,
You
no
just,
shin guards, just a mouthpiece
I was just gonna,
most of the time.
um, how does your family feel about the physicality that goes into this sport for you?
Oh, this is nothing. My dad fought in the UFC, so this is baby stuff to him and my family. So, and yeah, they still like wince at some tackles or whatever, but I grew up watching my dad fight in a cage, so it was this is pretty tame.
Okay, so we've talked about the physical training, but what's your diet like to be a rugby player?
Um, it's pretty boring. I'll tell you that it's pretty boring. I have to eat a lot because we obviously put ourselves through a lot. Um, but I'll give you what I eat a good amount of the time, and it's very boring, and we call it a dog bowl. And so I get the biggest bowl in my house, um, and I'll throw in just ground beef, rice, avocado, and sometimes some like tortilla chips in there for the little crunch, some like sauce on there, like hot sauce or whatever. Um, and it just gives me everything I need. It's cheap, get a lot in you. Um, so that's that's a lot of my diet is just dog bowls, and then a cheeky cheat meal here and there, but
Gonna
it's not.
say, hopefully you get to cheat once in a while and enjoy yourselves. Your body must be on a rigid schedule, though. To be a professional rugby player, you have to possibly sleep at a certain amount of time, get a certain amount of hours in. Is that required as well for you?
Yeah, yeah, I like to get my sleep for sure. And I use a bunch of things like the life cycle products that we have. It's just like mushroom blends that help me get to sleep really well. But other than that, like magnesium stuff, there's a lot of recovery tools that we use to let us get some good sleep. It's because it's more about the quality of sleep than the actual amount. I mean, yeah, it's important, but like having good quality, I don't need 8, 9 hours. I need like a solid 6, 7, and then I'm up and good. So that's kind of it.
Here you are on the Hounds. Have you made some quality friends for life? People you have to have trust in at this point to keep you alive and out of injury.
Yeah, yeah. I think part of this sport and putting your body on the line with each other, something about that just brings people close, and because you have to have that trust, and you're going to battle with someone really. So after that, the bonds we have here are super tight. Yeah, some of my best friends on the team here, and it's it's just one of those things where you come into work and it's like you're with all your best friends pretty much, and you're all just like joking around. Like you get to work, obviously, and that part takes care of itself. But like in the lulls of the day, you're just cracking jokes and you're having a great time. So it's the best job ever.
You started 7 of your 13 appearances and you've played a total of 713 minutes in your rookie season. What did that mean to you that you came out the gate sort of blazing?
Yeah, that was awesome. But I wouldn't say it was blazing because I had to wait a good amount. I had like some really good players in front of me, Nate Osberger and Julian Dominguez, which like utmost respect for those players. They're beasts. But I got let in with and Dave Carney too, legend of like Irish rugby. But if injury or whatever happened, that's when I was able to slot in and show what I had. So it's just crazy. You got to take those opportunities and do the most with them. And I just was blessed to have some really good performances here and there. They weren't all good, but it was a great rookie season to get my feet wet, I would say.
You had 43 carries for 523 meters and you scored 4 tries in the process. Do you have a goal going into year two for as far as what you would like to accomplish as a rugby player?
Yeah, I mean for sure. I would like to make that all MLR team by the end of the year, and um, but even more important than that, I'd like to contribute to the USA 15s teams and the tours that are coming up. Make those squads and really help USA Rugby and compete with those guys. And that's that's where my real priority is making sure we're in a good place with the World Cup coming around. It's a qualifying year, so um, I'd love to do the most I can to um, put us in a good position for that.
Well, we'll be seeing you here in the United States of Rugby coming up. I'm curious, what are some moments that you're most proud of or highlighted in this?
In the documentary,
Yes.
what moments am I most proud of? I would say like the way my family spoke about me. I mean, like it's one thing to like hear them say it in person or whatever, but like then you forget about it, and then like having them voice it like that, it can be a little cringy to watch. But like they, the love they have for me and the love I have for them is just so powerful, and it was just fantastic to see and heartwarming. and they're very passionate people, and they created a passionate son. So um, that's kind of how that went.
Is there any parts of your life that you sort of asked to be off camera for this documentary?
Oh, not necessarily. I'm pretty open. I don't remember not giving them access to something. Because I even wanted them to come out like on some nights out with us, but that wasn't gonna fly, I guess. So that because I was comfortable with them, like we spent a good amount of time together, so I was fine with it.
I was going to ask you, what was it like having a camera on you almost 24/7? Surreal experience, you know. I'm sure by the end you were used to, you got used to, and it was more like you were just hanging around and, just somebody just happened to be capturing it on film.
Yeah. Um, at first it was definitely strange. Not many of us had been in a spot where a camera's around you all the time, and they were trying to be like sneaky ish at first, so like you just like catch them around and you would just not want to say I don't know, like just not politically correct things around them. I don't know, it's boys in here, we don't always use the best language and stuff like that, so um it was a bit weird, but then once you got to know them and knew they really wanted to make a documentary that would help USA Rugby, like that kind of bonded us together. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'll give you the realest answers I can give you, even if they don't sound the best. I'll promise you, I'll be as real as I can be with you.
You hope
And you edit it however you want to edit
Yeah.
it.
What do you hope lingers with people who watch this documentary, or maybe what do you hope they learn about rugby from this?
Mm, I hope that they can see how powerful the game is and bringing people together and the connections we all have. And I hope that they can see like the sacrifice of what we do and um, that it is a professional league and maybe just be interested in wanting to come see a game. And once you get into rugby, there's not really getting out of it. You kind of stick into it. So it's just those opening the gates of rugby. I hope that it opens people's eyes and they get a taste of it and want to come back for some more.